These sweet, sleepy babies. They had their teeth cleaned today. Look at their little bandages. Oh, they're like little war dogs. You're such a good girl. You did so good. See her stony eyes? She's so out of it. DC, come say hi to us. You okay, buddy? Was it traumatic? You guys did so good. You're such good doggies. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You're so good. Let's see those pearly whites. Ooh, beautiful, Lo. You got sweet, fresh puppy breath again. Oh, seriously, though, they were so good. When we got to the vet this morning, Lolita was so scared and trembling so hard that her teeth were... Sorry, I just poked her in the eye. She was so scared and she was trembling so hard that her teeth were chattering. It just broke my heart because she's never done that before. So I don't know if she sensed that it was not just a regular vet visit. Oh my gosh, look at these sleepy eyes. Why just one eye? You okay? Trying to stay awake, but you're sleepy? Aww. She was so scared, but she's so cute when she goes to the vet now. She just like races in and immediately jumps on the scale and sits down to be weighed. She's such a good girl. You are such a good girl. You know what happens at the vet. I don't know why she's gotten so anxious in her old age. Like, she should not be that stressed out about the vet. And then this little gentleman, he was so good. Let's see your teeth, buddy. Oh, they look so much better. He has so many teeth issues. You know what? Your mouth is probably sore. I won't make you show. But he has so many teeth issues from his owners before we adopted him. And he really needed the cleaning. They both really did. So I'm glad that they got taken care of. These little bandages are breaking my heart. And then after I picked them up, they were there so long. I dropped them off at 7 a.m. and I picked them up at like 5:30. And as soon as we got to the very first blade of grass, this little guy took such a long pee. Like Austin Powers style. He had to go so bad. And he was such a good boy and he held it all day. I was so proud of him. I thought the vet would have let them out at some point. I mean, they were only in surgery for, I don't know, like an hour or two. So I'm surprised that they didn't get a chance to go at all that whole time. I felt so bad. Those poor babies. But I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of excited for this moment when they're like so drugged. They're so sweet and out of it, and they just want to sleep and cuddle right now. I am about to have dinner. Nate has like an event tonight, so I'm just making myself a super easy casual dinner. This is like a little, I call it like a sushi bowl. There's jasmine rice, cucumber, avocado, coconut soy sauce, and sriracha, and then like black and white sesame seeds on top. It's really simple, it's really good, and if I had more stuff, I would throw it in there. Like some chopped seaweed would be really good in there, but that's all I got. And then I'm drinking a coconut LaCroix, and about to watch season 2 of Riverdale, so that's gonna suck me in real hard. And I have my laptop here. Hi, buddy, and my doggies. Just gonna have like kind of a nice, productive night. Well, not the Riverdale part, but after this episode, I'm gonna edit a video and get some stuff done. So I picked this up and I'm so excited. It's ridiculous. I got it on Amazon. But one of my friends was showing me her daughter's cursive like homework at school. And I was so jealous. Not, mind you, because like I wanted to have a daughter in school, but because I wanted to be in school. And I just thought that sounded fun. Like, remember with the little workbooks with the lines and practicing your handwriting? I love that kind of stuff. So I found this book on Amazon that's for adults. And I thought it would be really fun. Check it out. I made this sign. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. It's so cute. But I started storing like our Ziplocs and tinfoil and whatnot up here, and I just had to do it because I needed to use the space, but it bothered me that they were all visible, you know, because they're just right on top of the fridge. So I concocted this plan. Let's see if it works. Nice. I concocted this plan to make this sign to hide the mess, and I think it worked out really well. And I made it this color to match. You guys know I'm totally obsessed with my coffee pot. If you're friends with me on Instagram, you helped me pick out the color. This paint wasn't a perfect match, but I feel like it just kind of brings the pop of like Tiffany blue diner color together in my kitchen. And the way I made it was I just went to Home Depot. I got this wood, a few different like sizes, painted them blue, and then I hand wrote on here this little diner sign. I just found like a font that I liked, and then I just mimicked it and like spaced it out with a measuring tape so it could be pretty. I think it turned out pretty straight and centered. And then I glued it all together with Gorilla wood glue. So far it seems to be holding up pretty well, but I probably should let it set for like another 24 hours at least. But it turned out so cute, yay! Hi guys, it's 4 p.m. Oh my god, my hair is everywhere, like the Dashboard Confessional song. And I just like, not finished work, but decided to stop working, or had to stop working, because I'm going to like an event tonight and I need to, I don't know where to put the phone. This is like the level of my laziness right now. And I need to like walk the dogs and get changed or something other than my beauty school dropout t-shirt. And then get going. So I don't know why I'm so lazy. I was like, I'll just lay down for like 1 minute before I do all of that. And here I am. And I was gonna like curl my hair for tonight, but that's not happening now. Look at this bouffant. So I don't know, I just thought I'd say hi and it'd be an excuse to keep laying in bed for another minute because it's so comfy here. So I've been hearing a lot of buzz about this brand KNC Beauty, and I decided to try them out. And so I got eye masks and lip masks. They came in these super cute pouches. They're reusable, but they're not like as high quality as the Glossier pouches, which I'm spoiled to. But these are so cute. These are the eye patches, and then these are the lip masks. And these are how they look. I think I got 5 sets of each. So I just think it's so cute. It's like a little shooting star, and you put the star like where the crow's feet are. And then this goes under the eye, and it has retinol, and it's also very natural, clean ingredients. And then this is the lip mask, which is collagen infused. So I don't know, I thought this would be awesome to try. You know, I do eye masks like literally every morning, like cold out of the fridge while I drink my lemon water and catch up on like Instagram. And it's kind of like my little treat in the morning. And I was thinking, why not throw a lip mask on too? Well, once I'm done drinking my lemon water. But anyway, definitely gonna try those and I will report back. They were not cheap, so it's not gonna become a daily thing for me, but I thought once in a while these would be great to have. Anyway, I have dinner in the microwave because I just don't feel like cooking after cleaning all day. And I was at Target like last week, and I noticed the girl in line behind me had the same kind of almond milk as me, which is the Malk brand, M-A-L-K. I'm out or I would show you, but it's so good. Anyway, I saw she had like 4 bottles of it, and I immediately turned into a creeper, and I was like, ooh, what else does she have? Because clearly we have similar taste. And she also had like 5 of these. So I made a little mental note. Do you hear that? That's Lolita like smacking her food bowl, demanding to be fed. It's not quite time, honey. You have a few more minutes till dinner time. She's so funny. She'll literally smack her bowl, and then look how she's cocking her head like that. Are you hungry? 1 second, honey. You're next on my list, I promise. Anyway, so she had a bunch of these, and I made a mental note of it, and sure enough, next time I was there, I checked it out, and it's gluten-free, and that's kind of a rare treat for me. It's also vegetarian, which is good for me. And so I picked a few of these up, and they are quite good. I don't know, I mean, I don't think any frozen meal is necessarily healthy for you, but I feel like this Amy's brand is better than most, and it has a lot of actual real food in it, and it's delicious. So I've been having these once in a while when I just really can't bring myself to cook, and like Nate's not home for dinner, so I don't feel as much of an urge, but anyway, I gotta feed this little girl. DC, are you hungry? Her brother is never hungry, ever. I mean, he'll eat on his own schedule, but he does not care about the meal times like she does. When I do have like a frozen dinner though, I always go ahead and plate it because I just find eating out of the tray to be disheartening, not fun. So I always put it in a plate, and I'm gonna have this nice kombucha with it and sit at the table and not in front of the TV. It's just like way more satisfying, and you won't even notice that you eat if you eat while you're watching TV, in my experience. And then I also added some sauces. I added this coconut aminos. This is what I use instead of soy sauce. It's so good. Same brand. This is like a little teriyaki. I hope I didn't add too much. It kind of came out fast. Ugh, it might be too much. We'll see. And then a drizzle of sriracha, because I love this stuff. And it's perfect with like a Chinese meal. So that is going to be my super low maintenance dinner. This has been my go-to lipstick for years and years. It's MAC Angel. I really like MAC lipsticks, like they're really creamy and not drying, but this color Angel to me is like the perfect pink. It's just, I always fall back on it. But anyway, I wanted to pop in while I was doing my makeup, so, well, A, I can like finish my makeup with you guys, and B, to tell you about like a couple products that I've been really enjoying. So the one I'm about to use is the Too Faced, oops, sorry. It's the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. And never say never, because I have been known to say before that I've tried all the high-end mascaras and like none of them are as good as drugstore mascaras. But my friend called me on it and she was like, have you tried the Better Than Sex mascara? And I was like, yes, I have. And I got like, I don't remember if it was a points perk or if I bought like the really tiny one that they sell, but I must have gotten a weird one because it was so dry, it was like unusable. And I thought like, well, that's a really weird formula that they have. And I just like wrote it off, and she was like, no, it's not like that, and showed me hers, and I was like, okay, yeah. So here I am with the full size, and I'm obsessed. I've only used it one day because I got it like the next day, and that was yesterday, and I tried it on and I was obsessed with it, but I was like doing it in a hurry because Nate was rushing me. I mean, not really, he's so sweet, but he was like ready to go, which is usually kind of rare because he's usually the late one out of the two of us. And I just like put it on in a hurry and it looked amazing. Like even right now, I'm just so amazed there's no clumps happening. Sorry, you can't probably see that. But clumping is like my biggest pet peeve with mascara, which I will say this is a drier formula overall, and I think that's probably why it's not clumpy, which is great. But whatever one I had before was like so dry, it just was like flaky. And this is not flaking, nor is it clumping, so I'm really excited. I did put primer on before I did this, and I'm almost regretting it because I feel like they were looking more amazing yesterday with no primer. But anyway, how do you guys do your eyelashes? I always do a bunch of coats, but I like leave some time in between coats, so I'm gonna let that coat like kind of soak and do my brows. This is just that Benefit brow pencil I always use. It's in number 3, which is dark brown, I think, or medium brown. But the other thing I was going to tell you about is last night I tried, look how crazy with one eyebrow. I tried this Josie Maran Argan Liquid Gold Self Tanner, and I think I'm in love. Like, first of all, how are we feeling about my tan? I think it looks really natural. I really slacked on self-tanning lately. Sometimes I get lazy. And the problem is that it's something you have to do at night. And I just like, I start my day early and I go so hard that by dinner time I'm done. So I purposely, like, I know that about myself, and I like purposely structure my day So there's nothing left to do by dinner time. Like I mean, other than wash my face, obviously, which I would never skip. But I just like, I haven't had the energy to tan. I know that's so pathetic, but I honestly just get so lazy when the day is finally done. So the last couple weeks I've been lazy about it, but last night, thank goodness, I was like, no, I'm gonna tan, and I'm so glad I did because I really am loving this Josie Maran one I tried. It's the first time I've used an oil. Usually I've used either a foam or a cream. I have a whole tanning video if you haven't seen it, by the way. But this is a very oily consistency. One thing I will say is I feel like I used like half of the bottle last night. And there is no way to tell because it's dark. I mean, I'm 6 feet tall, like there's a lot of area to cover, but that's ridiculous if that's true because this was not cheap. It's so good. I don't want to like find a fault with it, but if I go through it in like 2 or 3 tans, that's not going to be worth it. So we'll have to see how that works out. But anyway, I'm so glad I tanned. I think the color's really pretty. I don't know if it's coming off, but it just looked like such a natural, sun-kissed glow. I was so happy. And it got like a tiny bit on the sheets, but not crazy. Not like Saint Tropez that gets all over my sheets. And I'm about to wash the sheets because it's laundry day. I like purposefully always tan before laundry day in case that happens. And I already put fresh sheets on the bed, but I'll report back if it doesn't come out in the wash, but I've never had a tanner actually stain my sheets. Usually it just washes right out. So that's my review with that. Oh, and it came with a mitt. This was the GimMe Brow by Benefit. I'm just obsessed with all their brow products still. It came with this mitt, which is really nice texture-wise. Really, really high quality. And it's lined with like plastic. But okay, let's do another coat of mascara. I always take some of the product off, but you know what? It's like really not necessary with this mascara. It's so pretty. I was literally excited to go to bed last night so that I could wake up and do this. Ever since I stopped getting eyelash extensions, which I was trying to figure out how long ago I stopped. Thinking it might have been like a year ago because it feels like it's been a really long time. And I had to work really hard to like rehabilitate my lashes after that. And I feel like they're finally back to, I don't know, maybe like better than ever because now I'm very cautious of taking care of them. And so it's exciting to be playing with mascaras again. And honestly, when I had eyelash extensions, I really missed mascara. Like, it's fun. I feel like it's one of the girlier joys in life. Like there's just something about putting on mascara that's like, I am woman, hear me roar. Like, I just love it. I don't know why. It's like empowering. I remember there was like an Ellen DeGeneres stand-up bit where she was like, why do all women have to make this face while they do their mascara? Do you guys do that? Oh shoot. See, I played around. You play with fire and you're gonna get burned. I don't know. I actually didn't like this as much as yesterday, so I think this is not a mascara that needs a primer. Now I can't wait to go to bed and wake up tomorrow and use it again without a primer. I just want to like keep experimenting with it and see what the best way to use it is. But I'm going to look up like some YouTube, there's like YouTube reviews on it too. But anyway, I'm just cleaning, I'm just cleaning the house and doing laundry today, so I'm truly just here to procrastinate and dawdle with you guys. But that was the MAC Prep and Prime Spray. I always finish with it, and then I like to fan myself like a geisha. Okay, I just realized you probably couldn't even see my mascara that well, so I don't know if you can see, but I really want to try it without primer. But I don't know why I'm complaining. It looks, I'm really happy with how it looks actually. Like that's some volume. But I just remembered one other thing I forgot to say about this Josie Maran tanner is that it didn't smell great, which no tanner really does. It's not a big deal for me, but I got the one that's in Hippie Beach scent, and I feel like those are lies. Unless they're trying to make some kind of hippie slur and say that's why it doesn't smell good. I don't know. It definitely didn't smell beachy, and I am a connoisseur of beach scents. If you saw my perfume video, freaking love, I just love beachy scents, and this did not have one at all. It just had like, I guess like a self-tanner scent, but not really bad, but just, you know, don't go into it thinking it's gonna smell amazing. Like if you want one that smells amazing, get Tanceuticals, because that stuff's awesome. I'm going to go fix this bun. Does anybody else get this? Like, there's some dinosaur that has this like fin on the top of its head. What is that dinosaur? I want to say pterodactyl. This is how I feel when I do my hair sloppily and I get that like fin at the top. Apparently it's called a double-crested lizard. I don't know. If there are any like paleontologists out there that can tell me more. I know I'm picturing some kind of dinosaur. This must be it. That, luckily, is not what I mean. But anyway, it's not a good look. For humans, very cute dinosaurs. Happy Saturday. I'm so happy because I'm in line for the Starbucks drive-thru. I don't know why, especially today, I'm just like really craving Starbucks. By the way, this is so little, but having two, what are these called? Pop sockets has changed my life. I always just had this lower one, and I always thought, sorry, my blinker is so annoying. I always thought having two would be ideal because then it would like sit up on it if I'm watching a video, or it would let me wrap my headphones around it. But for some reason, I never pulled the trigger and invested in a second pop socket until now. So I don't know why I finally did it, but I'm glad I did. I think what was part of what held me back is that it's such an investment in one case. Like, if you saw one of my really old vlogs, I shared how I always like to change up the like phone cases I use, and I haven't been doing that ever since I got one pop socket, and now I got two, so now I'm really invested. But whatever, I'll link them on Amazon. They're like these rose gold ones I got, and it's really changed my life to have two, so I'm glad I finally pulled the trigger. But what was I saying? Okay, yeah, I'm at Starbucks. I'm very excited to be here. I had such a nice Saturday. Like, I woke up at like 9, which is late for me these days, and I just sort of stayed in bed until like 10, which was amazing. Like, just playing on my phone and not racing to do something for once. And then I took like a really leisurely walk with the dogs, and then I did like a full hour of cardio, like a really good workout where I wasn't worried about like timing. And now I'm finally getting breakfast at 1 o'clock, so I don't know, it's been kind of a weird day. I should have definitely eaten before my workout, but I was like, I want Starbucks, I'm gonna hold out for it, and I'm finally here. So for once, I know I'm going to order because I was like planning it during my workout. I'm not gonna panic when I get to the front of the Starbucks line like I always do. And then I always wind up getting something dumb. So I'm definitely craving just a black Americano with cinnamon. Like, I've been so into putting cinnamon in my coffee lately, it's so good. The only bad thing, if anybody else drinks their coffee this way, I'm very curious if you have this experience. The last sip is disgusting. Like, the cinnamon turns into slime at the bottom of your coffee cup. I don't know why, and I don't know why nobody talks about it. Kind of like how nobody talks about the slime in kombucha. But either way, I'm just not down for slime. So I can never drink the last sip of my coffee when I put cinnamon in it. And that's a huge bummer for me because I think we know I have a bit of a problem with getting the last drop of everything. If you've seen my empties video I just posted, I always have to get to the last drop, especially with something as delicious as coffee. So that's a bummer, but it's actually so delicious that it's worth it. I just know not to drink the bottom centimeter, and I don't use a straw with it. Not that I would anyway, because it's hot, but So good. And then I'm also craving the little egg white bites. They're like so delicious, and they do have dairy, but they are gluten-free, so it's a little bit of a Saturday treat, but still a pretty good choice. And tonight we're going to a party, and I'm a little concerned that the weather's gonna be an issue because it's so gloomy here. And I know I have no right to complain because all you snow bunnies all winter were such good sports while I was like Instagramming my 75-degree sunshine palm trees. But LA has this weird weather phenomenon that happens. It's called June gloom, but in my opinion, it happens in May more so. Maybe this happens to all of California. Maybe this happens to all of the West Coast. I don't know, because I never experienced it before I moved to LA. And it was funny because we moved to LA in May. We actually moved to LA 3 years ago today. How cute is that? Aww, thank you. So, I don't know if this is a West Coast thing. Apparently it happens because like the cold water in the Pacific Ocean and the hot air of springtime makes gloom. I don't know. I can't remember. I know I read an explanation somewhere at some point. But basically it's like overcast and gray and kind of dreary, which is very odd for this area. And when we moved here, like I said, 3 years ago today, we were kind of like, WTF, like we need a refund on Los Angeles because this is not what we were told to expect. And it's funny, but now this type of weather, this June gloom, even though it's May, makes me all like nostalgic from when we first moved here, and that was so exciting and crazy and like scary but fun and like such a bonding time for Nate and I don't know. The like excitement of discovering a new place is so magical, and so now whenever the weather's like this, I feel like, oh, as if we just moved here. Does anybody else get that way? Another thing that I get weirdly nostalgic for is that Nate and I met and started dating in October. So whenever the weather gets crisp and cool in the fall, I get nostalgic for like first dating him and that excitement. And I don't know. I love fall time because of that. But another reason that I'm not complaining about the gloomy weather is it actually feels kind of exotic to me. Since I grew up in Florida and then I lived on like the coast of Georgia and now I live out here, I'm very spoiled to my sunshine and I adore it so much. So whenever it's kind of like gloomy out, I'm like, oh, this is so exotic. Like I feel like I'm traveling. Like I remember when I was in Europe, the weather was pretty much like this the whole time, and I was so enchanted by that because it was so different from anything I had ever experienced. So now most people think sunshine and palm trees is exotic, and I think gloomy 62-degree gray days are exotic. But that is exactly the word I always use for it, and Nate thinks I'm so funny. But I don't know, it's June gloom. You just gotta kind of bear with it. I think it'll probably start to be sunny again in a few weeks, and then it'll be amazing all summer, and I can't wait to go to the beach and just have like bonfires and do all that summer stuff. But that said, I've been in a weird mood of like craving Christmas lately. I don't know why. I don't know where my head got that idea, but I started watching vlogs that people posted around Christmas time, and they have like Christmas music and they show their Christmas trees. What is wrong with me? It's May. Why am I even thinking about this? Anybody else? Am I crazy? I don't know. I really like Christmas. I don't know. I get excited for it even though it's now like we're closer to last Christmas than next Christmas. I shouldn't even be thinking about it. And partially the reason I'm probably saying this is that obviously our weather is like year-round very nice and tolerable. So I'm sure if I just came out of like a snow-bound winter, I would not be saying this. But something, I don't know, maybe also because it's like a little bit cooler right now while we have this June gloom weather, I'm like, oh, Christmas, cozy. So weird, Charlotte.
Here are your egg whites, all right?
Thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Yay, I can like smell the cinnamon in the air already. It smells so good. So I'm going to go enjoy this and the rest of my Saturday. But thank you for coming to Starbucks with me. It's like my favorite place to take you guys. I have a special guest. I told him there might be like a riot if he didn't make an appearance.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then furthermore, I challenged him to rousing game of nose basketball.
Are they familiar with the game?
I don't think so.
They must have seen it
But-
somewhere, right?
So let's see. Last year or 2 years ago for his Christmas stocking, I found this at World Market. I think it's kind of self-explanatory what you got to do here.
It's a game
And
of
we
skill.
loved it so much, and it was such a hit that I ordered a second pair on Amazon so that we could compete.
Well, we were, most of the day was spent arguing over who could use the nose basketball.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, it's a sign.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh! Okay, so
I was just kidding about it.
I don't know how much of this you guys can watch.
Mine won't
But-
stop spinning. It's
Okay,
weird.
so we're gonna go for 1 minute and see who makes the most
I'm
baskets.
holding perfectly still.
Okay,
What
is
the-
that fair?
Yes,
Okay.
together.
All right, so I'm gonna start this timer. Here we go.
Okay, I need to study.
All right, time's going.
You can study
Time's
it.
going.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
I do this slowly. Oh, you got it?
man, no. Did you get one? Ah. Everybody has a different technique. Oh, I'm hooked.
So it is possible, just so you know.
I don't know if I've ever done it.
You've done it, I've seen it.
Have I?
Oh, wait, am I allowed to use my
How
hand?
about sideways done?
Oh,
That was close, actually. Oh, it was so
Did you make it?
close. Okay.
I'm going sideways, yeah.
You do.
Oh,
Let's
sweet.
try.
Okay, I'm going to stop.
Uh-oh. Nope. Oh, man.
Oh, shoot.
Why is it so hard?
I forgot about that. Sometimes you can get it
You
on
can do
the
like a rebound. Just maybe if we just go crazy.
Yeah,
it
why
has
don't
to-
we ever go crazy? We're so precise. Oh, shoot.
Okay, alright. I gotta focus. I'm gonna be very zen master about this. Oh, so close. I really want to beat you. Oh, time.
Oh,
Ah.
man.
Time is up.
Wait, no, we can't have a no win.
I think maybe I'll just fast forward it until somebody makes a basket.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. This is hard. Yay!
Well, okay,
Good
so
job.
I feel like I cheated though because
What, did you dunk
I
it?
just kept spinning it around and it went in.
Yay!
Did you just use your finger? Let me see if I can make it in yours.
Okay.
So I did this and it just went in.
Well, that's not cheating. That's a viable method. Oh. I'm afraid this might
Yeah,
not
you're right,
be
because I
as
can't repeat it.
fun to watch as it is to do.
Yeah, but even
So-
to do, you get dizzy after a while. I do at least. I get a little nauseous.
Okay, well, I'm glad Nate made at least one hoop, so
Yeah.
this was not all
It's not my
for
fault.
nothing.
Okay, here we go. I feel good. I
Okay.
feel good.
All right, here we go, everybody. Quiet on court.
Here it goes. Ah.
Oh, so close.
Ah.
Okay, you're running. You're kind of.
Oh.
Okay. All right, let's tell the lovely people good night.
I'm gonna switch.
I
to
kind
my
of like
other
these glasses.
identity.
I would kind of wear these. What
I
if
have
I
no voice
just
tonight.
What if I just wore these everywhere and I'd never be bored again?
That's true.
Not that I'm ever bored.
When driving is tough.
Okay. Thank you for watching. I bet you don't see that every day. It's actually really fun. I'll put the link on Amazon if I can still find them, and you can tell us your nose basketball tips and tricks.
That's pretty cool.
You're getting sleepy. Very sleepy. Here, let's see if they can make a basket.
Oh, nice.
Okay, let's see what you guys got. Let's see how you do. Oh,
Oh,
just missed
She
it.
tried to give you one.
Oh, you got it.
Nice.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Okay, so cheesy. Anyway, we're gonna go watch a movie now,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Probably a Disney movie.
Okay,
knowing
I'm
her.
gonna take your toy away so
sorry.
you can say goodnight to the lovely people.
Good night,
Lovely people.
lovely people.